Hi, my name is Jacob Adams. I'm a fitness and leadership coach. I help people just like you get to the next level. I don't want to actually structure this video at all. I actually want to go freestyle. It's one of those videos where I'm just going to take all the possible structure, any possible topic that's decided beforehand, and throw it out the window. I mean, sure, I could talk about some revelations that I got in writing what's known as the stack in the Warrior's Way. I could talk about that. Today's my mom's birthday, and I was actually filling out a gratitude stack and just being very grateful for her as a mom. And I thought about who she is, and I actually took body, being, balance, and business as those are the 4 pillars that Warrior's Way works on developing. And I thought about her as a person. I've thought about how she was raised on a ranch and what she ate, her nutrition, right? And I thought about how that must be helping her immune system. I thought about how devoted as a Catholic she is. And I think about how that speaks volumes to the spiritual path, to have that level of commitment, that level of discipline and faith to a spiritual process that's being. I thought about how she works out and she eats right and she eats nutritious food all the time. And I think, wow, she does really good. She takes care of herself. She's always eating fruits and vegetables and fish now. She says she doesn't like to eat dark meat too much as she's gotten older. And also I think about her, how the family loves her and how she's a pillar to her family. How we all know she's a hardworking person, and that's a big part of my mom. I thought about how she works hard in her business to develop clientele and be a great hairstylist, right? She's a hairstylist. And, I'm very proud of her. So those are some of the things I was thinking about. And again, this is freestyle, meaning I didn't necessarily know I was going to cover this. And it is my mom's birthday, and I was writing about these things. I'm going to get her a pressure cooker because I just got one for myself and I really enjoyed it. And, well, she likes to cook a lot. So, that's a little bit about my mom. What I've noticed is that a lot of videos, they have like clips where people switch the angles. So these are the kind of things I think about and I don't really discuss because a lot of my videos have topics. So one like this, where I can just freestyle and just talk about things that are on my mind. I've been struggling with what to create next. There's an interview coming up soon. There's a Game of Thrones coming up on the weekend. It's been a great workout week, working through some family trials and tribulations, meditating well, had a great yoga class this week, had some good lifts, been wearing my belt. These are things that I can't make a video about. I'm wearing my belt now, for lifting, and I had a problem finding someone to embroider Feed the Beast on it, or I really can't. I don't have these things, these ideas to make a video on. One of my friends, Jimmy, who started the channel with me about 3 years ago, I guess, headed towards 3 years. When we started the channel, he said, Jacob, just be yourself, and I have been. I think when I added the drum, for example, that was something that came from myself and my soul and the movement in my body. That's something that came from me. I think that the structure that I use in my videos is just a way for people to maybe some burning questions. I think if I go freestyle, 100% freestyle, like 100% no structure, no ideas, it becomes too scattered brained, you know? Too scattered brained. And I'm pretty talented at being scattered brained. You know, random people have, like some of my friends could say that I could be kind of random, but I'm not. My thoughts are not random. Like there's sequential order to it. Like for example, like when my friends call me random, they think, you know, you're being random, and actually everything I said has been connected, and I actually am keeping track of exactly where I'm at in a conversation or with my dialogue. I came on saying, you know, I'm Jacob, fitness leadership coach. There's no structure. So the first thing that came to my mind was that I was doing a stack, and it's my mom's birthday and what I wrote about her. And then I talked about, you know, what I'm going to get her and stuff like that. And then moving into Jimmy and the process of freestyling, and how, like, you can't really make videos about belts and stuff like that. And so I think at first glance, it seems random, but these are things that I think about. Like, as a trainer, for example, if you look at like just the belt concept, you know, I bought a belt by Pioneer, which they're said to be the best, and I could tell you from using it, it's pretty fucking good. Like, it's nice. The belt fits well, and you like enjoy wearing it and stuff. But like, I'm not gonna get on here and review Pioneer belts, you know. It's not something that I want to do. I can just tell you they're pretty great. Like, they feel nice. The leather's real supple. It feels like you could smell the cowhide, you know. So this week I was struggling with making a video, you know, what to post, what to share. And today I said, you know what, let me just get on here and say something. So these are the thoughts that are percolating, and maybe once they're purged out and ready to go, you know, and it's not from a lack of having ideas. I think some of my frustration comes with the current, like, climate of what's going on with social media. Like sometimes I feel it's kind of annoying that people need, like, every 5 seconds to feel like a clip or a clip change, or like, it just says a lot about why do people feel like that's needed. I don't know, it feels like a little manipulative to me, like that. It's almost as if people can't wait for natural pauses or something. Like, that was too much, or something like that was too much. And I don't know, like, it's weird. Like, in conversation, when you meet people, you're not talking to people and they're talking to you, they're saying things like this, and they go, and they clip, and then when they're talking, and then they clip, you know, like, you know, does that make sense? Like, if you look at the average YouTube video, they're talking about ideas. They talk about an idea for about 5 to 8 seconds, and right before it gets to that 8-second mark, they'll throw an edit in, and they'll go, like nothing's really shifted. It's just like I think that's kind of funny, dude. Like, why is it that we need that as a society? Is that what we need as a society, to watch a whole video like that? Those are the things that I question. Those are the things that I think about. Like, what the fuck's going on with the world? That, you know, and I like things to I like to come home, for example, a long day, and put on Joe Rogan's podcast and just listen to the conversation. Like, I don't need the quick the quick editing, the quick clips, like, don't finish a sentence. Don't finish a sentence. Like, don't finish a sentence. I don't know, like, what? When did not finishing a sentence become the way to be? And I think that's why people suck at dating or talking, or they suck at texting even. Like, okay, the concept of ghosting is complete and utter, like, that, like, if someone could tell me that ghosting is a good thing to do, like, that says a lot about the person. Oh, dude, it's like, I think the term is so popular that it says a lot of sad things about our society. Like, for example, I'll tell you what it does. Like, let's say someone like me. If I think that that's a collective consciousness, someone like me is going to want to find a way to outperform that as a consciousness. Does that make sense? And now you have a one-upness mentality, but it's designed to the design of that concept to say, okay, well, people ghost, that happened. There's some sort of joy that, look, there's like I think there's a proper time to ghost somebody. Like, let's just say, if you think this person is crazy, or like, if you think this person is dangerous, or you think this person's truly, sincerely toxic as shit, then I think ghosting becomes appropriate. But I think some people ghost because they get off on it. Like, that's, I think, an improper time to ghost. Like, that's an ego validational, like, you like some kind of power struggle, some kind of dynamic of ego gratification, feeling arrogant, feeling like you can treat people like shit. Like, you see the difference? Like, one is actually designed to protect yourself. One is designed to hurt people, or their emotional states, or be a dick, or be rude, or it's kind of like this. This is I think ghosting is the equivalent of me going to your house. You invite me to dinner. Me going to your house and I spit on your food. And I say, and I walk out. Like, that to me is somebody that enjoys ghosting. Like, what would you think of me if I went to your house, you invited me for dinner, I'm smiling, everything's good, having a decent conversation, and then, so in other words, there's no signs that I'm crazy, you invited me to your place, and there I am eating your, so dinner is served, you've made this food, I look at it, I hawk a loogie, I spit on it, and then I walk out without saying a word. What would you think of me as a person? Now, whatever you think of me as a person, let's just say you were to say, you know what, that's fine. I think that's perfectly rational. Then go ahead and ghost people. You're fine. You're actually fine. Your understanding of life is fine. It's a congruent. Like, I'm sorry actually for even imposing my modernistic views to your postmodern. I don't know what the fuck that is. Shit, dude. I mean, like, that's just like shit, really. But let's just say you have that capacity. Okay, ghost people, fuck you. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, if that's what you like someone could go to your house, spit on your food, and walk out, you can ghost people because you have a good tolerance for shit. You have a good tolerance for shitty people. So you're fine. You can be shitty back. You can, and you're taking it as much as you're giving it. So there's a karmic balance there. That's fine. For most people, though, that is like the worst thing a person can do. Like, that's up there with like insulting a person's mom. Like, remember I was talking about my mom and how she's been a Catholic all her life, and I admire that. She makes delicious meals. I'm gonna get her a pressure cooker for her birthday. She works hard. She embodies hard work. She never likes to stay home and sleep, or she's always being a good role model. I consider her a leader. She loves the family. So my mother raised me to not be a shitty person. Yeah. So that's why to someone like me, that doesn't pass. That doesn't work. Whatever that is. Like, get that away from me. Ghosting. It's become like a too too much of a conscious decision, like almost like wearing Nikes or Reeboks. Like, I think that's where it is. Like, people basically are, some people are Nike people, some people are Reebok people. It's like, the people decide, are you a ghost type person or are you not? Like, are you a shit person or are you not? I don't know. People are weird. People are weird in the dating world. It's gonna become, yeah, like it's like this weird portal of like childhood wounds / insecurities, ego games, power struggles. It's like a lot. There's a lot of energy there. Like, no wonder sex creates people. Like, if you think about what is involved in dating and sexual dynamics, like, it's no wonder that sex creates people, right? Because of all of like the tension, all of that collective consciousness, all of that energy, both physical, spiritual, everything like being put into sperm and egg, the creative energies, you know, it's no wonder it creates people. And, you know, hey, look, if you made it this far in this video, 16 minutes, good for you. Good for you, because, like, think about the people that dropped off at 3 minutes. They didn't get to hear this part. You get it? And I know, based on what people like to hear, you know, I was being so sincere and honest about my mother. Some people can't handle that. They can't. It's too fucking honest and sincere and from the heart, you know? And I know what I just said about ghosting. That's more titillating. It's more relevant to general quick hookup culture and like the entire it's just you know, the cognitive existence of the primordial energy of being a human being. I get that. Come on, I get that. So, and you're rewarded with seeing this, see that, and I didn't even have to like switch my head many times every 7 seconds and keep the clip interesting and keep moving my head, or like sit down from my computer and keep my head moving. But I'm gonna finish up this video with that. Maybe it'll help you to watch the rest of it, to every couple of seconds just sort of keep switching my head. That way it makes you feel like things are being said that are different, because you need this in order to stay tuned to things. Stupid. Anyway, this is Jacob Adams. I'm a fitness and leadership coach. Enjoy some of my videos, subscribe, comment. Like I said, this is freestyle. It's my mom's birthday. I needed something to say. You heard about the lifting belts. You heard about ghosting. You heard about how I love my mom and all the things that make her a great person. How I have plenty to say, but sometimes, you know, I have a little bit of disdain towards people and what they consider trendy or cool. Sometimes I think that people like shitty things. And I think it's stupid. Like, I personally think it's stupid, but whatever. Most of the videos that I have made are a good idea of what's actually occurring in my mind. This particular video, I'm going to label it Connecting the Dots, and I'm going to label it Volume 22. I'm going to call it Freestyle, and hopefully it makes sense to you. Right now, some of the videos, abortion came to the surface this week. And I had made an abortion video as to why I've changed my views on how I'm more pro-life now, more than pro-choice, and how I used to be pro-choice. So whatever, that may have triggered you. I don't care. I used to be pro-choice, so I really don't care. I'm pro-life now more so. I do think that if somebody doesn't want to have a baby, there's condoms and Plan Bs and birth control available. So, and even then, if someone says, okay, well, say you went, so you didn't get a Plan B, you can still get an abortion within, you know, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 4 weeks. I don't know. So it's relatively, you know, and then there's tracking ovulation. So people are just overreacting a lot about this abortion thing. Like, no, we must be able to abort babies. Like, how about you just like keep track of how to get someone pregnant? And if you don't realize that sex creates babies, maybe you shouldn't be having sex, right? Like, just a suggestion. Like, if you don't realize that having sex causes pregnancy, like, maybe you're just not ready for sex, dude. Like, if that's you, I'm just saying, bro. Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro. anyways, also, Jimmy, there you go, buddy. You be good, buddy. Boom, boom, boom. I'm out.